Good morning, guys. I'm going to show you a simple little basic project. We're going to go from the very beginning of what you do, and then we're going to go through the cleanup. So these are your basics. It's always good to know those things and to repeat them and to go over them again and again so that you learn exactly what you should do to make sure that your transfers and your chalk paste last. So this is our chalk paste. I've got it all ready, got my colors ready. This is what you're gonna see when you open up a jar sometimes. The color will separate. So I wanted to wait to stir this one up. You're gonna open up your jar of chalk paste. Sometimes the pigments will separate. You're simply gonna stir it together. There's nothing wrong with that. Some pigments will rise to the top, others stay blended together and you don't have an issue. You want to stir your chalk paste and have it be the consistency of sour cream or yogurt. All right, so I've got all my stuff ready. This is our silkscreen transfer. I got it from my mama. And I have already cut this apart. This comes in a package and there's little cut lines. You'll cut on the cut lines, cut your pieces, and then I put an X on the back so I know when I'm done, when I have this all cleaned and dry, it does not go back onto that side, because this side here is the side that is glossy. This is the side that it doesn't stick to. So you want to put it back on that side when you're all done. These are reusable. They are silkscreen. You can see that they are not just a stencil. They have a silkscreen in them. This is a surface that I bought at Michael's. And I am going to wax this. If you have a surface that is a non-Chalk Couture surface, you are going to put some wax on it. I am simply going to take a rag and I'm going to wipe a little bit of wax, not much. You're just going to buff it on, and then you're going to take a paper towel and you're going to wipe off as much as you can get off. Okay, I just have a couple of things underneath here to try to keep this even so that you can see it better while I'm doing all of this. This is the wax that I use. I get it at Home Depot. You can use other types of wax. You can use Minwax. There's many kinds of wax that you could use. That is the one that I choose. So our transfer is brand new. When a transfer is brand new, it's very, very sticky. So you have to fuzz it. Fuzzing is simply putting it onto a surface such as a terry towel, a microfiber towel, and getting some of that sticky off so that it doesn't adhere too tightly to your surface and ruin the back of it. So I'm gonna fuzz this twice. And then I'm going to put it onto my surface, and I'm just going to center this as best as I can, up and down. I want to put some of my hearts at the top, so I want to make sure I have room. So before you flatten it out, just make sure that you have it the way you want it. Then you're going to start smoothing it out. You want to get out any of the little air bubbles. And my colors that I chose are bright. I love all their bright colors, and they dry nice and bright. This is grape soda. We have bright white, we have bumblebee, peacock, and this is our new one, raspberry sorbet. So what I'm gonna do is my hearts are going to be in, I'm gonna do a raspberry heart, a peacock heart, and a bumblebee. And so I'm going to do the words in purple and white. I'm going to do the center area all in purple, and I'm going to do the top and the bottom words in white. So I'm just going to take a multi-tool. Because I don't need a lot of this, I'm going to just go in here and I'm going to just put it on here with the multi-tool, and I'm not going to smooth it out yet. I'm just going to get that on there. I have a few chunkies that need to go onto a paper towel. My chalk paste sat open all weekend at my craft show, so there are some little chunky things on them. You can simply remove those, or you can keep working with it and press them in. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave that like that. I'm gonna get grape soda in there and start smoothing that around. Then I'll go back and I'll smooth out the white. So I have these little multi-tools. These work really well for a small area and to get tightly in next to other areas. Hopefully my big head isn't in the way of the camera. So this project is just one of those really quick little fun projects you're going to learn the basics from. Nothing is layered. We will have to dry because we'll have to put the hearts in here. So I'm smoothing it out, getting the excess off. And see, I have some white there. I'm gonna wipe that onto my paper towel. You do not want to contaminate your colors. You want them to be pure. If you happen to pick up a little bit of the other colors, simply wipe your squeegee onto a paper towel. Do not wipe it back into your jar because that's how you start getting other colors. My white is not a true white. At one of my recent craft shows, the little girls were mixing colors and got some pink into it, so it is not a pure color anymore. So I am just going to smooth that out. I may have a little bit of purple in there. That's okay. Not gonna cry. Is what it is. Gonna smooth this out and then we're gonna pull our transfer. You want to work quickly. I'm putting this onto the paper towel because I think I have a little bit of the purple in here. So I am just simply wiping it onto my paper towel. And then we're gonna pull our transfer while this is still wet. You're gonna pull either top to bottom or side to side. And okay, all right. I'm gonna put this into a water bath. So our chalk paste is water soluble. If you had a little oopsie, you could fix it with that. If you had a little area that you weren't so happy with, you could fix it with something like a stylus. This is a stylus. I can see right here on this F that it didn't quite get that. I am simply going to go in here and I am going to paint that and that. So, and on my R, I don't know, maybe it's supposed to be that way, but I'm going to close it because I think it looks better like that. And then I see something inside here. I think that is just a fuzzy. Okay. All right. So that is how you're going to fix it. I don't know if this is this way. Sometimes I'm too fussy, but this is the time to fix it. You can just simply take a little stylus, toothpick, whatever you have, and you can fix it. You're going to take your heat gun, and we're going to dry this real quick. So you want to make sure you're moving your heat gun. You don't want it to be in one place for long. You're going to continually move it. And then you're going to turn this back to just air, so you return this to room temperature. You don't want your surface to be hot when you put the hearts on there. Okay, I'm going to feel it, make sure we are cool. All right, so I am simply going to start putting my hearts where I want them. I wanted this one up at the top, and I need to fuzz it. So all of these need to be fuzzed. I can do this all at once. I can put all of my hearts on here and fuzz them. So I would just fuzz them twice. You can set them to the side. This is a non-stick surface. This is one of those big baking mats. It wipes clean. It's nice to use. I'm going to put this up here because I want that at the top. Just going to center it. Press out your air bubbles. I haven't really decided how these are going to be. I think I'll do one like this. I may do a couple of these twice. I'm just gonna do random little hearts. So some of them I'm gonna do twice. I'm gonna take this out so it's not moving on me, it's moving all over. So this one I wanted to be the raspberry sorbet. So I'm gonna do that last because this is on top. I'm going to do peacock, and I'm gonna do two. I think I can do one down here too. So I'm simply gonna take my small squeegee and I'm gonna spread that. And I didn't put a lot, so that right there is all. So I think I can put this down here at a different angle. I can fit this in here very carefully. And there's enough chalk paste on it that I can simply just spread it, just like that. Okay, so let me see here. Always keep paper towels available, because if you're like me, you're messy. And you don't want to get stuff onto your project. Okay, so that worked out good. So that just goes into the water bath. A water bath is simply a container of water. And then I'm going to do yellow. I love the bright colors. So I'm using our multi-tool. It just makes fast work of it in a tiny little transfer. And then, okay, I see a little oopsie. That's okay, I pulled it too fast, so we'll fix that. And I'm gonna put one right here. All right, just like that. So I will fix that little oopsie right now using a Q-tip. Just going to go like that. Oh, it's a piece of dried something. Okay, I think it's a fuzzy off the back. All right, that was easy. So this is going to be the raspberry sorbet. That's going to be our little heart right there. Just going to press that down through the silkscreen onto your surface, smoothing out any of the excess, putting it back into the jar. What you can wipe your, there was something on there, there was fuzzies from the towel, so that went onto my paper towel. And this is a really thin one, but I don't think that quite got it right. So let me just lay it back down. Let's try it again. It is a very thin heart. It doesn't have a big thick border around it. And we're just peeling it top to bottom. Okay. And there you go. That's it. I got it from my mama. Okay, so now we are ready to clean up. And you see, I have this little oopsie right here. That's going to come off with a Clorox wipe. So these are water soluble. All I'm going to do is wipe that. That little oopsie is gone. I'm going to set this to the side, and I'm going to show you how to clean these. Our silkscreen transfers are reusable, but you need to make sure that you clean them. So you put them immediately into a water bath so that the chalk paste doesn't dry on them. You want to get that cleaned up as quickly as possible. Gonna move that, and then you're gonna put it onto a nonstick surface. I'll just lay all these guys out here, make this really quick, and then you're gonna wash them. So I have a Clorox wipe. You're gonna wipe the front sides. It doesn't take a lot of effort. So if you do this right, your transfers are going to last you a long time if you do everything the right way. So then you're going to dry the front. You're going to lift it, dry underneath. You're going to flip it, dry all these fronts. If you do this process, your transfers will last a long time. If you don't take care of them, they're not. If you let them, the chalk paste dry on them, then they're not going to work. They're going to be clogged up and you won't get a nice finish on it. So these are going to go over onto my paper towel over here. They'll dry and then they'll go back onto the backer sheet. So the next thing to do is to clean up your chalk paste, and all of your tools can go into that same water bath. This is all water soluble, nice and easy. So you are going to take your little stir stick, you're going to go around and scrape off the sides. Put your stir stick in the water. Just do this with all of these. Take your time to do this right, okay? You will not be sorry. If you do your cleanup right, then it will be easy when you open these. If you don't clean up and do the rims of these, they will dry onto the lid, and it will basically glue itself shut. It's not fun. It's hard. You don't want to have a vise or something to open them. You want to clean them right. Just do it. Just do it the right way. And you can spritz a little spritz of water in there. If it's going to be a while till you use them, you want to hydrate them. So take a wet paper towel, and now you're going to wipe the rims. And this doesn't take long. You are just going to do this maintenance. So every time that you use this, do your maintenance, do your cleanup, take the time, don't skip this step. Okay, you could use your Clorox wipe too if you want to. I usually have tons of paper towels there. I will rotate. You just want to make sure you don't contaminate your color. You don't want another color going in there. So that's your basic cleanup. Then you can put all your lids back on. You'll know what color goes on what. Generally, there's a little bit underneath on your lid. As hard as we try, these get tipped, and the chalk paste goes onto the lid. It just does. So that's it for cleanup. If you guys have questions, go ahead and leave them below. This part's really easy. You're just going to simply use your fingers, and you are going to just wipe off that chalk paste. Just going to get it all off. You're going to set these onto a paper towel to dry. This is all water soluble. You do not even need any dish soap or cleaner. I don't use that. I don't want to get that into my chalk paste. Don't want to contaminate anything. I just use simply water and the Clorox wipes for the transfers. So it's that easy, guys. Look how fast that cute little sign was. So you can make something easily in an evening with your kids, your grandkids, your friends. And cleanup is so basic. I mean, this is, and then you're just gonna dump this dirty water out. So you could do this anywhere. You don't have to have a sink right next to you. You just need a container, a Tupperware, a pan, a turkey pan from like one that you use to roast a turkey in. That works good for big transfers. When I was up at my cabin a few months ago, I forgot to bring a container. I simply grabbed a big pot that you would boil spaghetti in and use that. So those are clean. Those are ready to go. My jars are ready to put away, and my sign is done. I will seal this. I seal it with Rust-Oleum Clear Matte Sealer, and I do 3 coats to make it waterproof. And then I will sell this at my craft show. So that's it, guys. Let me know if you have questions. Thank you for joining me. If you're interested in joining Chalk Couture, I would be happy to get you the information on that. It's a fun company. I love that I can create things and make some money too. And you don't have to join and sell. It is a very flexible company. You can simply join to get the discount. And it is a very generous discount. So if you would like information on that, just leave me a message. Have a great day, guys.